This one.
Oh.
Hey, guys.
Good morning.
Welcome. Happy Friday. Yeah. It is that time again.
I'm back.
Fridays. Biz is back. We're finally in the swing of things again.
I'm happy to be back.
There we are. I see us. I hear us.
Nice. We made it.
Yes, it is Friday. Biz and I are just going to be stuck in these chairs all day.
Yeah, I can't move.
We've been hopping back and forth. We go to spin class every week. The spin class, we ended up not liking the teacher who was going there.
The new teacher.
So that sucked. So we had to look elsewhere because we like exercising those endorphins and just getting all happy on those endorphins. So we're looking at other gyms. So when we're trying out new gyms, we got 2 leg days
back to back
in a row. So we are got a lot of extra credit on our legs.
Yeah. Our legs don't need to be worked out for 3 months. Just kidding. But it was one of those things where now we can't really walk very well. So
you'll find Biz and I right here.
Yeah.
Not moving. So that's us today.
If you need us, we'll be here.
So that's fun. I hope you guys' this week has been going well. Mm-hmm. It's been a fun one here at Dubsado. Felt like it went by kind of fast.
It did.
We are working on some new features. We might have something coming out today. I'm not sure. So we're just debugging.
Why
the
would
rest
you
of it.
say that?
I don't know. I'm excited. It was going to be yesterday.
I know, but now people are going to be like, what is it?
And the people who are watching get a little inside sneak peek.
That's true.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. But anyways, hi, Paulo. Yeah, so if you are not familiar with our form makeover hot seats, Biz and I come in here, and no, it's not the scheduler. I would be a little bit more excited for the scheduler, but
that's also why I would be like,
we're doing
don't
some
talk about
awesome
it.
testing on the scheduler, hopefully today, and we're moving forward on that. We get a lot of questions about when that's coming, and we don't give ETAs.
No.
So just know that our team is working really, really hard on it and working as fast as they can. Our dev team is awesome.
They're so fast.
Yeah. And when it's taking a long time, you know it's going to be good too. So
yeah.
we take our time with these things on purpose. We just don't want to launch some half-done, half-thought-about thing. It's a lot of thought has been going into this.
Because then it's more work for everybody after.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Everybody, even you guys. Trying
true.
to figure things out that don't make sense. So we'd rather just get it all done right away.
That's right. But for today, for right now, we're doing the form makeover hot seats. If you're not familiar with that, Biz and I take your submitted forms, and you can view the link to submit your form in the description of this video. But we take your forms that you might have been receiving maybe bad feedback from clients on. It's confusing for your clients. You feel that they're boring. They don't match your branding. We take those forms and those things that you have about them, and we transform them, and we make them transform.
Sorry.
And we make them better than they were before. Sometimes it takes a second eye to change the things that you've been wanting to change, or maybe you've been busy, and that's what this fun little form makeover hot seat is about. Biz and I get asked often if this is a service and they can just submit forms. It's not a service at the moment. It's just a fun thing that we love doing and coming in here every other Friday and making over your forms. So today we have 2 forms for you. The awesome thing with the 2 forms today is it's not so much on styling, which Biz and I usually focus a lot on styling. Yeah. Today's forms are a lot about flow. And just people on these 2 forms, clients have had a hard time understanding them and getting through them. And we know with your forms, you always want your client to have ease of use on it. So that's what we're focusing.
Best experience possible, for sure.
Yep. That is what we are focusing on. Are you ready?
I think so. I feel like I haven't been here in a minute, so I'm like, okay.
Stop traveling.
Now I'm sorry. Whoops.
Okay, so this is the before. This is Biz's before that she did.
Well, I didn't do it. They submitted this form.
But Biz did this one.
Yeah, so this is Allison's wedding proposal. They do wedding photography. And so the top had their logo, their 3 packages. They kind of give a blurb saying, pick your package kind of a thing, and then go into kind of the payment process, I guess you would say. And then the bottom is just additional fun add-ons that you can select. But the problem that Allison said was she wanted to make it more concise and more professional, but also she really wanted the add-ons to be something that people will want to, the fun stuff, which I think is so cute that they call it fun stuff. But they wanted the fun stuff to be something that people actually add on and kind of upsell. And I know we say this in a lot of our form makeovers that if you want to upsell, this is your chance. So this is the before. It's when she said she wanted to make it concise, I was like, man, it's already really concise.
Yeah.
Like, I really like it. But we'll take you to the after. So the after, I took out that top logo just because I felt like it was a little heavy. And I wanted to focus on their awesome photos. So I took another logo from their website and plopped it on that picture. So that the logo's still up there, but it's still fun and kind of inviting. Then I put the text with the instructions on kind of how to go about filling out this proposal above the packages. I felt like it was just a more inviting way and kind of to ease the flow of it. But also, it used to start off with just saying, like, make your selections. And I really think that to make it more welcoming, maybe you could add something like, we're so excited to work with you. Please see the options available below or whatever. Just so that it's not just like, we're sending this, make your selections, and not make it as transactional, but more warm. They're really excited. These are their wedding photos. And so I think just making it a little more sweet and fun is a little more inviting.
Yeah.
So I just added in sample text. You guys can change that to however it fits your wording and how you guys interact with your clients. I also changed a little bit of the text in this to please make your selections below. The wording was a little long, and so I just kind of switched it a little bit. But I know there was something you wanted to mention when it came to the retainer part.
Yeah, in this text, normally we don't focus too much on what the text says, but when it goes in regards to the flow and the functionality of the proposal, we think that it's kind of important as well. Yeah. So always be sure that your instructions that you have are very concise and very clear. So don't be on anyone's proposal, not this one. So just don't be wishy-washy on like, maybe you can choose some, maybe don't. Just be very specific on what you want from your clients so that your clients are not left wondering if they did it right.
Right.
In this case, it says if you aren't sure about the package that you're choosing at this time, there will be an opportunity to add them later. I'm not sure if this is in regards to the add-ons maybe below, but from the next text here, it says the only thing you'll be invoiced for now is the $750 retainer, which in order to pay that retainer, your client needs to select a package. So maybe on this area, you can say, hey, maybe just select from one of our main collections below. And if you want to add any add-ons later, you'll have time to do that later. So maybe just be really specific on what you would like from your clients. Biz and I didn't add it or change anything now because we want to be sure and not just assume that that's what you meant. But in order for your clients to actually pay a retainer, they do need to select a package because you'll have a payment schedule on this proposal that will generate that $750 retainer. So just a thought, but for anyone else doing their proposals, just always be as clear as possible in the simplest of words that you can do. Just you know, you don't want your client to be confused and overwhelmed because then they'll just exit out of it and maybe go with someone else.
Right. So so I didn't change too much of the wording with that, but I did add a little bit of a flair. Then I really loved all three of these pictures that she headed up for her packages, and I just went in and bolded and centered their names and whatnot. Yeah. But what I did want to mention is still in those is if you want to kind of expand on what they're getting, throwing things, kind of expand on what they're getting with their full day, half day, and all inclusive. Because if they go, you know what, I really want that all inclusive weekend. It sounds great. It's a little more expensive than the other ones, but it sounds great. You can tell them why it's so great, and then they'll pick that one. Yeah. And that's double what you're making on the other packages. Mm-hmm. But I would just say unless that you explain that elsewhere to them, or you want to reiterate it, maybe put it right underneath between the select box and the prices. Yeah, just if you'd like. I didn't know what went into all that, so I didn't want to do it, but that's that with that section. Then for the fun stuff, they had this adorable picture.
A fun photo. Yeah.
So fun. And I was like, that just kind of brings to me like the ability to be like all the fun stuff I can add and all the fun stuff that we could probably do with my wedding type of thing. So I just added that in. I thought it was really cute. You also used these lines above in the original proposal. So I just kind of added them to kind of make it flow together. And then with these add-ons, the fun stuff, this is your chance to really upsell. And so when it just says like engagement session and the price, or custom guest book and the price, I really want, if I was in the client's position, I would want to know what all of that entails. Yes, second photographer for half day, I understand, but maybe tell me why you think I would need a second photographer, because maybe I don't need a second photographer, and then you're like telling me all this great things about why a second photographer is useful, and I'm like, okay, you're right, it's only $300 more, I'll do it, you know? So I think just really explaining the importance of all of these. I just put it in sample text so you can really sell it in your verbiage, but that was kind of how we added that in. And they used to be select boxes, and I just feel like it was a lot cleaner with the check box instead of the select button as well. So it's just easier to kind of tick through.
A good opportunity here for the fun stuff. I know for photographers that albums are a great way to, there's huge upsell on those albums. So even you could split up these albums a little bit more and make a whole section for albums on your proposal. Show what the albums look like, because this client is not just going to add on $1,000 for an album. They'll be thinking, oh, I can just get an album like on Shutterfly. It's only like $50.
I'll just dump the pictures in there.
So really go into, this is just an heirloom item. Your kids will be looking at this. Stuff like that really appeal to their heart, pull at their heartstrings, show examples of how awesome these albums look, how the pristine condition that they are, stuff like that. I know photographers really focus on their albums. It's an awesome thing for a bride and groom to have as well. So get it in there, and if you want to design that a little bit more and have a fun stuff album section, do that as well. You
totally can. I've seen it where it's like adding photographers and then they'll do a whole nother just albums edition section.
We've done one like that. Mike asked, the packages are all built into tables.
They're in columns.
They're columns,
which,
not tables.
And I normally, it's just 2 columns, and I just put the package sections right underneath each of them.
Yep. And that was it. That wasn't as much as we've done before, but it was, we noticed on a lot of proposals that we get submitted, it's just they're not upselling their upsells. Right. And they want to upsell the upsells. So just go in and really brag on those things. I know it might feel a little strange going into detail about these things because we know about it. I know what a second photographer can do for my wedding, but they don't know that. So stuff like that, don't be afraid to really, really sell yourself and your business here.
I know that, weddings are expensive. So people are already thinking, okay, what is the most I can get for my buck, right? Yeah. And then if you pull on their heartstrings and are like, no, but yes, you want the cheapest option, but look at all of the amazing things. Like, this is your wedding. Like, this is an investment for things like your photos. Yeah. And so I think that really pulling on their heartstrings will offset the, I don't know how much money I want to spend kind of a thing.
Can you show this edit? I noticed I had to use tables to make my one feel decent. Actually, I just got a notification on my computer that my keyboard just died, so I can't type any edits right now. But you can use tables as well if you would like to. So maybe have your select button on there. I've seen people put a background color on a table and have the package name in a, let's say, a blue background color table, and then have their contents in that table. You can use tables with your packages.
Because the formatting is in a text box.
Yes.
What I will say, a little trick that I've learned, and it's kind of hard to explain here, I'll show you.
Yeah.
If you want, for these, it was five packages, so I didn't do it with this. But if you want everything to be straight across, rather than doing just one column element with 2 columns, I would do this all in one column, and then I would add another column element and do this all in one, and then add a third and do this, so that they all are evenly across. And that's kind of a way to also make sure everything's even, rather than just doing 2 and trying to like manually space everything out. I didn't do that with this one because I wanted, this one was longer. This last one was a wider amount, and it was an odd number of things, so it didn't need to be. But if that might be another way for you to evenly go across everything.
Yeah, that's a good option as well. I'm just making sure I'm getting all the. We have already done a full consult with our clients before they received this proposal, so nobody receives a proposal. Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, again,
so they already know about what they're getting.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So still, I would still take this as an opportunity, because I know when I'm chit-chatting with somebody, I tend to forget things, and they can always go back and view this like, oh, this, I've been thinking about this album for a long time.
And at least I would still do it with this bottom part. Maybe not for the top ones, since you've already talked them all through all that, and they probably already know what they're getting into.
So you don't need to put that there.
And that's also why I didn't do it there, because I had a feeling, I don't know, I had a gut feeling that that's what it was. But for the bottom, I would still keep it that way, just because it's extra things that you don't really pay attention to until the end, and you're like, I need to have that. So, and then I just made all the fonts consistent. Also with their website, it was similar fonts. So that was it for me.
That was that one.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to go to the next one. I'm going to reset us here. We are going to my one that I did.
The after.
And here's the before. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is my proposal, and it is by Anchor Design Co. And the big thing with this proposal, I'm in edit mode. I don't want to be in edit mode. Oh. The big thing with this proposal that was submitted to us was that the clients who were filling this out had a really hard time filling this out. So again, this is the before. It looks good. There's a lot of pink on it, and which that's fine, because that's her branding colors. I'll show you what I do at the end to kind of make the pink a little less overwhelming. But I think it looks great. She kind of designed this like, I don't know if you've seen our album. In the album one in the template library, this is kind of the same. Yeah. I just love all the examples there.
Visually seeing it rather than hoping you know what you're getting into.
This business designs T-shirts, so this is why they need to have colors. They need to have text where the quotes that are appearing on the T-shirts and stuff like that. So there's a lot that's needed from her clients. Yeah. This is the part where I think was getting confusion from clients, is there is a lot of text right here just to add a T-shirt to your package, to your shopping cart. Right. It says to add a T-shirt to your order, click on the size and then type the quantity. For example, if you want 3 shirts, 2 of them being size small and 1 being extra large, click on small, type 2, then click. So it was just a lot of like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So I'll show you in my after how I simplified that process and took away some clicks for the client. And then the rest of it, it felt fine to me. She needs all of this information on there. She needs it to be that long and whatever. There's frequently asked questions on there. And this is quite an extensive thing. You're printing stuff on a T-shirt, so you need all that information.
I love, though, that she does keep her brand personality throughout it, even though it's a little bit of a heavy proposal.
I love this down at the bottom. That's a great way to kind of close it off.
Yep.
I really love her logo, and then just those pink lines throughout. I like this little signature.
Yeah, this is cute.
This is just a photo of her signature that she put in there. So great touches. I think the branding on here is spot on. What the biggest thing on here was just the functionality for the clients. Flow. Yes. So let me get there right now. And here is the after. Is this the after? Am I in Chrome? Okay.
Yeah. Where am I?
Okay. Perfect. Why
Yes.
does it go into that? So this is the after of this form. As you can see, not much has changed. I took out one line that was here, just so that wasn't so many lines when I first opened it up. And I kind of made the lines, so between these two lines is just the intro. Now between the next few lines is the details about ordering the shirt. So I put no lines until you get to the bottom and initial stuff. What I did here is change this to a checkbox because I wanted the client to not have to type things in. It was kind of hard for me to type in Heathered Raspberry when I was doing it. So you don't want your clients to be typing a whole bunch of things. So I just did a simple text box. If they want that, they can click that and then go on. So I would like, and it is on our list, to add photos in checkboxes.
Yeah.
That would be a really awesome thing.
It's going to be great.
And then once we do add that, you can add that in here. That would be a great way. But this is a great way around it for the moment.
It's one less thing that the client has to think about.
Yeah.
They just go in and go, where's the one I want? Done.
Correct. So, yeah, so less typing for your client.
Yeah.
Now, this is the big spot where I know her clients were having trouble on is the t-shirt order. So I just simplified this text. Add the shirt to your order. To add the shirt to your order, type the quantity in the box below. That is it. Mm-hmm. So no clicking the select button and then adding the quantity. By clicking the button to add the quantity or typing in the quantity that you want. Oh, sorry, my keyboard's dead. I forgot. Or by typing in the number that you want in there, we'll add it to the proposal. So that will total as soon as the client makes their selection. So no need for when you have a quantity box to also have a submit button. It is not needed. So this just keeps it really simple. There's less buttons to push for your clients. They just add in the shirts that they want. If they put 0 on a package, that's totally fine. It won't add that in. If they want to do that, they can. And then I really, really liked how she also had this option pre-selected so that it didn't give that it kind of like directed them you have to choose a shipping option on there as well. So great job on that. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't change anything else. The biggest thing on here, and then I noticed with a few proposals, is that people also have the select button and the quantity box. Right. You only need to have one. If you want to have both, you totally can.
That's fine.
But in this case, one was only needed.
And it was confusing the clients. And when she was saying that people were complaining and getting confused, I think it was this, because it's like, wait, what do I press? What do I like? And it's not that it was that difficult.
No.
But just making, like we talked about earlier, just making everything so simple and not making them have to double think about things is important.
Or read a lot. You don't want them to read a whole bunch of things. So
we want them to read the important things.
Yes.
and not get stuck on the not as
like
important
the
things.
frequently asked questions. Stuff like that needs to be the focus on it. So yeah, that's it. This one was just about functionality more than design, because I think her branding is spot on here.
So cute.
I know her colors are bright. I didn't feel like I needed to go research a whole bunch of things about her, because I got it all right here. She got a nice welcome text. Please include welcome text on your proposals. Yes. I love seeing you guys intro yourselves and have a cute little signature, or not cute, or have a nice little signature. I've also often seen images of yourselves on here on the proposal. So do whatever you need to do, but still tell a little bit about yourself on the proposals too. This is an extension of your website. And
this is the point where they're actually going to buy.
Yeah.
So it's like that one extra push to get them to know you or fall in love with what you have to offer, and things like that is always a nice touch.
Totally. All right. So those were we only did 2 today.
Yeah.
It's been quite a busy week, and Biz and I both looked at ourselves. We're like, do we hurt ourselves and do another, or do we just take it easy on ourselves and do 2? So we listened to our bodies and our legs.
We didn't at the gym, but we did in our forms today.
Oh man, we are tired. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this form makeover.
Yeah.
If you want to to submit your form for a future form makeover, we do them every other Friday. So in 2 weeks, we'll get to your form, hopefully. Please submit in the description above. We have a link to the lead capture form to submit your form. And we'd be happy to look at it. Please be as detailed as possible. We love seeing what your problems might be and you explaining those, and then just taking off from there. If you're just saying, I want it to be more professional, it's like, well, yeah, but what else?
Yeah. What else can we do to make it better?
What else can we do?
Yeah.
So, All right. Well,
Woohoo.
I hope to talk to you guys a little bit later today with hopefully a feature that
the
we'll be
new
launching.
feature.
But if not, we're always here to help you guys. Chat us, email us, book a call with us, whatever you need to do. Our team is always here and happy to help you.
Yep.
And we're excited for the weeks ahead in Dubsado.
Yeah. Have
All
a
right,
good weekend,
guys.
everyone.
Have a good one. Bye.